I'm so dope, my eyes slow. Like God the time slow. Came back for the blacks and John Doe. Track up in the black pants like going to town. What's the name of what they? I got the dough, we got never made. The places got you waiting on the same. Then they pray us up, he takes the back on vacation. He prays to Jesus, but I got feeling. It's before him with the blind image. It's who we got a Christian. We got a vision, but niggas ain't got business. They don't. We came from the story, wasn't fucking with no boat. I was in my spirit, he was trying to do my own. I got no. Motherfucker, man, they righteous. Now we have this surface. Incarnation of angels, bring them up and up. Love is in the code. We can never die. Yes, I ain't the bitches I ain't. You ain't meditating, you ain't laying with the songs. Like what the fuck's a new movement painted with the songs? Alright, I trust the pastor, register the master, we're preaching, we should. I get everything captured about. I be straight up back to them, but I'm from that to the pray my dialogue is to keep us stagnant. And they both times. I stay fast, school and let they stay low, I stay fast, was probably you can't fuck, history and reverse. Black king strategy, we're blessed when you're majesty. They always have to pyramid before to where the cash would be. Never stop to shoot a fast man accurately. I ain't even tell half the shit. I ain't even tell a quarter. I'm just getting started. Y'all need to think about guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining in with me today. I am waiting on a guest. I wanted to talk about some of the history information. On Sunday, we will have a matriarch group of women that are in the indigenous community. They are actually chiefs of tribes, and they will be exploring some information as far as you looking into your roots, your genealogy, truly looking into it, and tracing your bloodline back to the areas that will lead you to substantial information. There's a lot going on right now when it comes to genealogy, when it comes to what's going on with the lands and people being participating in the lands with certain things that are legal, actually. There's a lot of illegal things that have been going on and being exposed with the truth right now, and we are bringing it to the light. Over the last few months, I know you guys have missed me, but I have been finding myself within the YouTube community, familiarizing myself and obtaining information along the lines of things that would be beneficial to searching your background, the same things that I always talk about, health, when it comes to spirituality, combining the three of the mind, body, and soul, the trinity of health, and having those in a straight, balanced foundation is something that will be able to keep you pretty on the right track when it comes to most things. If your mind is stable, you know, it's very easy for you to get to a place of well-being. When your mind is stable, it helps you to communicate to your body and help it to heal in certain areas, or at least to know what you need to do to heal by connecting and knowing your body, right? So these are things that we are going to be talking about. And the ladies, you know, want to share information about some of the lands and, you know, how some of the things have been misplaced and how there are ways for you to actually seek your information from your ancestors, bloodlines, your grandparents, and going actually back to look into the area that they came from and finding out about land that may be from your ancestors. So that's very important. It's something that we're definitely going to be getting into. So I wanted to do that. So today I had a gentleman by the name of James Rosell. I know he works evenings. He said he would be joining us to go over some information. He has some documents talking a lot about the historical information. I also have some things, but he's very well versed when it comes to the information. So hopefully, before the show ends, we'll get him to come on and join in, and we'll go from there. So what we're going to do now, I am going to go over a little bit of information pertaining to some things I talked about yesterday. I want to talk real quick about some health reverse into some information that important comes to this time right now because we are going into the time of flu, colds, allergies, so on and so forth. I am recommending black seed oil, honey, ginger, turmeric, rosemary, basil, and these are some things that you can keep around the house. And red clove. If you are having any type of issues over the winter, these type of herbs will be able to help you to sustain what's going on with your health and making sure that you're beneficial and your immune system built up, keeping your cells rejuvenated so that the cells are not overpowering each other and weakening in certain areas. So what we're going to do is talk a little bit about the black seeds are very important because they it boosts the immune system and rebuild and build complete structure or restructuring around the cells. So when it comes to that, when they come under attack because of the restructuring of the black seed, it is able to battle anything that comes at it. And that would be good with some honey. Taking about 80 milligrams of honey, about a teaspoon of honey, and or half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of honey, about 7 to 14 black seeds a day. You know, you can mix them in your smoothie, put them in your food, whatever, just as long as you're consuming them. Taking that each and every day, that will get you to the proper balance of handling that and taking care. All right, brother. We actually have Mr. Rosell here, guys. We are about to start in just a moment with the information. So, yeah, appreciate you guys' patience. I was going to just get into that a little bit, but we'll go ahead and get into this. History, something that I think is very important for us to hear. So, it's just a moment to get everything set up, guys, and we'll be able to. And yes, make sure you're tuning in each and every Sunday and Wednesday. I'm regularly starting back the live programming. There's going to be a lot of special promotions going on, and what we'll be doing is offering a few things to a few select people. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind. Anything that we're talking about on the show, there are always key points of information that I'd like for you guys to keep in hand, okay? All right, so what we'd like to do now, guys, I would like to welcome Mr. James Roswell, and he is actually, Rosell, I'm sorry, he is actually going to go over some very important and pertinent historical information. He'll be joining us again. This won't be his first time, but when introducing him, he's going to give you a gist of the type of information he's into, a little bit about his background as to what made him come into this information, and a little bit from there. So thanks so much for joining us this evening, James. I really appreciate your time, brother. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good.
Great, great. Thanks so much for joining us, brother. I know you're busy a lot, and you said you would make time for me and my audience to be able to get this pertinent information. I really, really appreciate you taking time for us today, James. So, what I'd like to do, basically, I've introduced you to my audience. If you can go right ahead and just talk a little bit about what got you into what I'd like to know, or like you to give them a background on, is what actually intrigued you into researching this information, or was there something that happened in your personal family life that made you run across this information to start researching it and bringing it to the forefront?
Yeah, so oh, I hear myself. Let me see. Okay, is that better? Turn my volume down.
Yes, it's fine on this end, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so my mom and my family members always said we had Indian in the family, but it was never, described out. We would go to somebody's house and they'll just say your cousin owned this land. Uh, but we didn't have a full understanding of it. So one day, just on YouTube, I ran across Dane Calloway, and he made me think. And I started asking my mom some questions, and she came downstairs with the family heirloom pictures, birth certificates, death certificates, records from the National Archives, uh, everything that everyone is talking about. Like, I was on my discovery. I only been out here about maybe 2 years,
Okay.
or a little bit less. And but when I came out, everyone saw me from the beginning up to now. So they could see when I first found out. I found some family. I was at work digging it up, and I was
Wow.
finding family all over the place. From here to Oklahoma, I actually found some family members that we did not know of up in New York, and we made a connection with them. And I think his grandmother obituary was in our family heirloom. That's what made him call. And
Mm.
people start reaching out to me because I started naming all the people that was in our family. It's a lot of people. And when I started researching these different people of the family, they all go back to different tribes. I'm talking about all kind of tribes. That's why I say, really, you just call yourself American Indian, because at the end of the day, you're a mix, because we was being condensed down. So if
Yes.
you look at like Indians like the Chickamauga, they was several different Indians coming together to create the Chickamauga. And the same thing for the Cherokee and the Seminoles, Muskogee. All of them is pretty much all mixed up and all together like that. And many other tribes too that we always leave out their names, like the Tallapoosians and what's that, the Poco something. I can't remember their names, but yeah. So the history, if you was watching Janice's show, um, her show struck a nerve with me because her
Not to cut
research.
you off, not to cut you off, sir. I haven't spoke with Denise on the platform. I'm hoping she'll join the Matrix. I do have them set up for an interview, but real briefly, you can just mention her since you mentioned her name. My audience may wonder
Yeah.
who's Denise.
Oh
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
Yeah. And it's all positive.
Definitely.
But her research went biblical.
Yes, she's
It
awesome.
went biblical. The 19 Psalms. And when I saw that, you can pull up the 19 Psalms in the first 5 laws of Moses, the first 5 books that Moses wrote, King David wrote. And when you see those, the 19 Psalms, you're going to see that they're singing. I mean, it's beautiful, man. And it was great, just somebody using a different avenue of research, still coming to the same conclusion.
Yes, yes, brother.
So I was like, wow. You know, I was really amazed from that show. So, you know, that what made me do my show the other night. And you know, and go into the details about what's at stake of America and what
Yes,
we're giving up. You know, like, yeah, you know, like right now we all mixed up with all kind of people. If everyone have it in their heart to do right, then they should do right by God.
that's
Plain,
right.
especially when I have evidence of the person who they was calling God, who they was calling, who they couldn't
Mm.
believe of the things he was doing. You know, so you know, I read some books where this man made the sun stand still for 3 days. Um, I have read where he done all kind of things to help people, but it wasn't him putting his hand in water and made 40 fish. Like the things he did made scientific, you know, sense. It made
Yes,
sense,
yes.
you know, and
They
you know,
make things seem. I
mhm.
talk about this a lot. I'm sorry to interrupt you, James. I talk about this a lot on the show about the spell binding and how the words are manipulative, and it can make you believe one thing because when we're reading something, the misinterpretation of the language in itself and taking us out of the reality of the truth is the problem with the spell binding. I just want to mention that, and I think that with this with bringing out these archaeological bits of information, like you said, it's just profound, and it states so much to the truth and the facts versus the the information that's put out there. And I definitely want you to bring it up, and we can read some of these documents. I'd like my audience to hear what you're reading from, and just hear a little bit about that when you get a
Okay,
minute. Definitely, definitely
yeah, that's
elaborate on
all.
what you were just saying. But I just wanted to make sure we have a little time. We have about 40 minutes, so don't feel rushed. And we definitely will have you back when you have the time. So
Yeah.
definitely, I want them to get a gist of what's going on, and we can get into that from there, wherever you want to start.
Okay. Well, it's what at stake.
Okay.
Um, the entire America is the Holy Land. Okay. All of this is the promised land. So, you know, everything that they have given us in fantasy is actually our reality.
Mm.
They could not, when you read the stories that they was talking about finding this place, you go, wow, we was a fairy tale. We was truly the land of the lost. So like if
Yeah.
you go to this one book called uh, the Conquest of the Spaniards, the
Hmm.
Outgrowth of the Moors, in that book they talk about their discovery when they came to America, and the compass stopped working as they was getting close to America. They can tell which way to go. They can only trust the drift of the water.
Real quick, James, if you don't mind, sir, would you say those books again, just in case someone in the audience wants to look this information up,
Oh,
possibly
give me a
research
second.
it? Sure, sure.
Yeah.
A lot of information, guys. Just so you know, he does a lot of research. He does go into different governmental sites and pull up books and documents. And I've listened to converse a lot of this information myself, and this is why I'm privileged to have him up here today. So some of this stuff may sound unfamiliar to you because it's hidden documents. These are the things that they don't want you to know about. They don't want us to have a realization of actual facts and truth. And as you guys know, this is what I'm about, delivering the truth and making sure that people are understanding things, not believing everything on the outside. So these things are very important. I would suggest having a pen and paper available so if Mr. Rosell decides to give any other information you might want to research or seek out yourself, you can write it down so I won't be stopping him again. So I appreciate that. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So the proper title is The Discovery of America and Outgrowth of the Conquest of the Moors by the Spaniards. And I'm gonna put the link in the chat or in the private chat.
All right, and then I will share that. And anyone that's interested in pulling that link up, if you can go to sistarsoul.com, it will share the link to my YouTube, and you'll be able to find this video featuring Mr. James ROSELL, and the information will be in the chat, and I'll try and put it in the description as well when I get a moment. Go ahead,
Give
James.
me a second. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. 1 second.
Sure.
I got you. Oh, let me hit mute. There we go. All right. There go the link right there. It's in the chat.
All right. Thanks so much for that.
All right, now let me get back to where I'm at. Okay, so you can share the screen. Oh, one
Okay.
second. I'm moving too fast. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right. All right, there we go.
All right, there we go. Add you to the stream. All right, guys, give us just a moment. Mr. ROSELL is actually pulling up some of these documents that we'll be reading, and give you a little bit of clarity on some of the information and so on and so forth.
So all of the books that I pull up is from the Library of Congress. These are some of these books are historical markers. They use them as reference. So if you pull up a book from the Library of Congress and it says that this book is now being held at the district courts, that book is still being referenced currently. And this is one book you can start getting together what was going on. And in this book, it tells a lot of things. You know, I'm not here to talk about the Moors, say anything bad about the Moors or anything, but the history writes itself. It's there. And this book will tell you on the conquest with Christopher Columbus that there we go. That they lost their navigational skill because the compasses stopped working. And they have it printed in this book, and you have to go through it and read it, but it's a good read. Is that coming from my computer?
What are you hearing something? It's fine on this end, actually.
It might be my computer. Let me do this. All right. Okay. That should do it. I don't hear the noise anymore, so we should be okay.
Okay. Great.
All right. Okay. All right. And you can see, you know, they talk about where the Moors was doing their thing at, and you can see in the year 711, they established a kingdom of Cordova right there, and they held until the year 1236. So in this book, you know, I'm not gonna go page to page, but in this book, they give you the dates when documents were signed by the king and the queen, Queen Elizabeth, King Ferdinand. That's who paid for the conquest for everyone to come over. You also will learn that the let me just give it a second to I guess it needs to buffer there. Got blurry on me there. But you'll also see that they was looking for gold, silver, precious stones, metals, because, you know, it would benefit Spain. So that was one thing. They was, you know, parvish. You know, they was King Ferdinand supposedly write a letter for Christopher Columbus to hand over to him to share some of the wealth, some of the gold. But as we can see, when they actually discovered America, and thinking that he was someplace else, instead of giving the letter to the people to give to their king or whoever was the leader of the tribes or whatnot, they decided to start killing folk. Decimate is the word that they use, and all of that is in this book. And the Moors was right there with them. Okay, they all came together, and you can see they talking all about the Moorish kingdoms, 100 Moors. For some reason, my screen is just blurry for some reason. Let me refresh the page.
Sure.
All right.
Oh yes, it does look bad.
Right.
I seen it. I thought it was just on my end because it was kind of small.
But again, there's Cordova, and you can ask, people of the Moorish Science Temple, whatnot, about Cordova and all its greats. As you can see on page 8, it goes into Christopher Columbus. He was born in 1435, and hearing of the discoveries of Marco Polo, we know he was one of the explorers over here as well. And you can see where you see Marco Polo reached India, the kingdom of the Grand Khan of Tartary, by traveling eastward. And he said he could reach the opposite coast. Okay. So they got good stuff in here again with dates. Okay. And you can see there, you see King Ferdinand name just pops up. So anyway, going through this book, you'll see how they came in, to America, and it wasn't a friendly celebration, for the indigenous people in this book. Okay. And this book was written by the Spaniards. So you can get this book in Spanish, okay, if you want the more original text. But this is the English version, but it's still written by the Spaniards, okay? And they're telling the story of what they did coming over here.
Well, we supported the system of capitalism.
Some of this. I was hoping I could make it down to the part, but it could be several pages down. Let me see. Okay, in this part, you can see where the Moors was conquered by the Arab people. You can see they already had the Christian faith. The Christian faith was brought into America. The indigenous didn't have anything to do with Christianity. They didn't find out about that until the invaders came. Okay, but you can see the Moors was conquered and expelled from Granada. Okay.
And just to verify, when they say Granada, they're talking about Canada, right?
And that's where the April Fool's Day comes from.
James?
That's the holiday everybody celebrate on April 1st. Is the killing of the Moors, and they did them bad. They beheaded all the men, cut the penises off the little boys. It's all written down on what they did.
Okay. Is Granada Canada, James?
But anyway, this is what the book will give you. You all can go through this particular book. I just don't want to, just stay on it. But you'll get to the part where they make it to the Grand Khan, and let me just give me a second. Let me just see if I can find that part where the compasses stop working. And that's one of the hotels back in the day. But anyway, so here it is right here where if Columbus should reach India, he would carry him a letter from King Ferdinand, King of Spain, to the Grand Khan of Tartary. But we know when he came, he didn't give us no letter. They gave us gunpowder. Let's see.
Can you hear me, James?
And right here it says, on the morning of 1492, land was discovered. Hearts was filled with joy and gladness. Columbus fell to his knees and thanked his maker, giving him strength and the fortitude and able to overcome the obstacles. And discovering what he thought would be India is the kingdom of the Grand Khan. And he actually is in America. Okay. And at the end of this, it'll say that they, there we go. He said in 1492 it was supposed to be a portion of the continent of India. Hence, he dominated the native Indians when in reality his discovery was of America. So they dominated them right there. You see what I'm saying? So if you dominate somebody, that don't sound friendly. You see what I'm saying? It don't sound like y'all friends. Sound like you conquered. And they'll go into more detail as you get into here, but they got some good stuff right here. Good information. It says the United States, whose population exceeds 55 million people over here in the United States. That's why I tell people just leave me alone when it comes to certain data, because some of this stuff is just damaging. This, you know, I feel bad when I realize how many people had to been slaughtered just for us to live today. So I'm gonna let it end right there, but you all can read the rest of the book. It goes into a lot of other things, but I just don't want to leave you just on that particular one thing. Let me see what else I have while I'm here.
Are you able to hear me, James? I think I was having a problem with my audio.
I know this probably I do this one a lot too, because this book holds a lot of information. This is another book from the Library of Congress. And let me put the link in the chat for you guys in a second. Let me turn it to the first page so y'all have that. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, it's in the chat. Okay, let me, and you can see it's Atlantis, the antediluvian world. And you all, you can download these books too when you go to this site. I meant to say that. If you just scroll down and you go down here where it says PDF, you just click on it and you can download the actual book and put this into. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry about that, you guys. Somebody on a motorcycle.
It happens. It happens, brother.
But you can download the file and have it in your own library. And I love to share the information. And I cannot talk about all the information in these books. You know, if you all can go in these books and pick out some juicy stuff that you think that's important. All of it is, and you can explain to everyone, you know, what you have found in these books. Because trust me, I just scratched the surface. And but I know a lot of people think that, you know, some of these books are, you know, made up, but they're not. So you can see the title there, the author, also the publisher, Harper and Brothers. They always are in there. This is at the office, you know, of course, the Librarian of Congress. All right. It was put in Congress in 1882. All right. Now, what should get your motor going about this book is just part 5. All we got to do is look at part 5. And it says, colonies of Atlantis. What do you see there? The Mississippi Valley, Central America, and Mexican colonies. Where are we? It doesn't sound like Africa. Sounds like we're in America. Okay, look at this. The oldest son of Noah. He on page 423. Somebody can pull that up. You see, all our history goes biblical. You can't make it up. Let's go to the next page. You got Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania pops up. Okay. What else do we have? Just going to take our time and scroll. Mediterranean, New Jersey, Aztecs. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. Can't make it up. Let's see what else we can find. And we still up on the colonies of Atlantis. Look at that. Wisconsin. Elephant mounds in Wisconsin. I thought America did not have elephants. What is this? On page 168. Good mystery, juicy stuff all in this book with archaeology, artifacts, all the juicy stuff, okay? Negro idols found in Central America. Like, you won't put this book down. Every page is juicy. Mexico, Choctaw Indians. That put us in the Southeast region right now. For the Choctaw, Shawnees, you got Indians popping up in the book talking about Atlantis again. There go the Egyptians, the Great Serpent Mound in Ohio. These are places we all can go to and see for ourselves. You don't have to believe the book. You can go drive to where they say it's at and see it with your own eyes. That's what me and my girl did. Haven't been disappointed yet. Look at that. Tennessee popping up. Mississippi Valley again. Mississippi just on fire. Look at that. Illinois. And you know, I showed everybody in the other video I done Wakanda in Illinois. You can pull it up right now. Catch a plane ticket for like $60. $130 round trip to go to Wakanda. Why watch the movie when you can walk the dirt? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Illinois, Tennessee again, Nashville. Now this ornament, they found this in the catacombs of mummies. This right here, I read this one. Yep, page 265. Yep, I did that one online. Egyptian head. I thought Egypt was in Africa. It's in America. Page 274. Somebody can dig up that juice. Y'all can get all this juice. Pyramids of Egypt. Again, we in America. Look at that. Ohio, Miamisburg. Still not done. This is the longest part of the book. All this juicy fruit right here. You have Ohio again. Man, Ohio is on point. Everything is here. As y'all can see. And they have it with everything. Y'all can come down here. You can read all of this good stuff here. You can see the Mississippi River pops up with the Amazon, with the Mediterranean. And you can see part 5. This is the true antediluvian world, the Garden of Eden. Let me zoom in on that. Let y'all see the Garden of Eden written in a book. That's historic from the Library of Congress. They say the Garden of Eden is in America. What? It's right there. Somebody can look it up, read up on it. That's a whole show, a whole week of show right there by itself. All you got to do is turn the page and read. These will be the favorite books you will ever want to read. You won't put these books down because it's talking about you. It's talking about us. It's talking about everybody. And how we was treated, all kind of stuff. You get all that juice out of here. You get all the juice out of here. Okay, that's another book. Trying to think. This one book I have a problem finding, but let's see if I can. Oh, I think I got it. Hold on. Oh, that ain't it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it the hard way. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll do a search right here. Let me go to Google. And I think it's called the. All right. Now, this one is a good one. Yeah, buddy. So, not only Columbus came to America, they're claiming that some people came a little bit before, but they have some very good information in this particular book. Let me get the link up here. And not forget about y'all. Put that link in there. So here's another book you all can read. Juicy stuff right there. Juicy stuff in this book. Let's go ahead and get the scrolling. And my computer gonna start acting up because it's in the PDF in the browser. I don't know why it does that craziness.
Maybe if you share it, I can pull it.
Okay. There we go. It talks about the Norsemen. Oh. Okay. I think Norsemen, because I read this part of the book, it really don't tell you. It gives you a general area. It says North Europe. You know, that could be anything, right? But I wanna pause on that real quick, and I wanna go here. Do I have that picture? Oh, I gotta go over here. Okay. Y'all give me a second. Let me see if I have this picture. Let's see. Oh, that's another video I did on those models. Young girls being treated like prostitutes. Oh. Ooh. I wanna let me click on that real quick. This is some of the structure you can find here in America. Okay. This is one of the pieces up in North Georgia. Not to change the subject, just wanted y'all to see that with your own eyes, to see some real architecture of what was once here. So nobody was in no teepees when you got stuff like this around there. Okay. All right. Let me go back to the picture I'm looking for. See. Okay, I'm getting close. Where is it? Talk to me. Find it. I'm looking, you guys. Oh, it's not in here. I have an old picture from Yale University of Africa, and they call it Norwood. And it should have been right here in this area. So I'll do that on another show where you all can actually see that particular map. Oh, man. Okay. All right. So anyway, but you would see this, this word right here around that Norwood area, and it's on the northwest side, not too far from Barbaria, where the Vikings are, and they was comparing these people to those Vikings. And that's on page 49. We might run down to page 49. See what else they have in here. Okay, they also talk about the discovery of America on page 85. Okay, by Columbus. All right. So let me see if I can skip down here to like 40s. It's gonna be a little slow, I guess. Yeah, it's froze, so I just give it a second to get itself together. I guess it's not. Oh, there you go. I go. That's like, oh, froze it up. Okay. Okay, we just a couple pages up. Uh, okay, let's go to. Just click there. All right. Okay. Now, this author of this book, he really brags about these guys. Trying to get to that page. Okay, 43. And you can see right here, oh, look at that. God worked good, man. Look at that. The Northern Antiquities also showed that Christianity had been introduced in America. See, they didn't have that stuff. It had to be brought here. Okay. Let's see here, some antiquities. Okay. There we go. Okay, I see Germany and England would like to add to America and now begin realizing how much valuable material is to be found. Oh, look at that. So they already looking at the like money value of America. You see? Everybody want to take from America. Nobody want to give. Okay. Mm-hmm. I see you. Yeah, whatever you get. Okay. All right. So anyway, you guys, we're just going through here. All right. And come out of this book. And I just want to take a quick break because I know I want to hit mute for a second. My sister had crunk up her car, so I didn't want to keep that going. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. I just want to take a quick break. All right, and we can just discuss some of the information I just went over. Hey, sister, you still there? Oh, hello. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I guess Sister Soul might have took a break too. So let me just check the chat. What people of the land.
James.
Okay, there we go.
I apologize, dear. I don't know what was going on. I didn't want to stop the screen share, but I was having such an issue with the computer. I'm unfortunately using a new computer, brother. I apologize for that interruption, but everything was going great. I'm looking like, well, he can't. I kept trying to say something. You couldn't hear me. I want to ask you a question about a couple of things you said. You were giving so much pertinent information, brother. You know I appreciate that. So, look, you was going in, and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I'm talking to my audience. It's my Wi-Fi in the area that I live in. I have to do something else. It just was going out. I don't know if it's something with the time and it's being overloaded, but it was like going in and out. I had to keep apologizing to my audience, and I'm like, I hope everyone that was on the YouTube could at least hear you great because it was perfect on this end. So they did hear you. I'm glad.
Okay, good. How
Yeah.
long they got the books is all I care. I was like, they got the books. They can. I know they'll read them and they'll see what I see.
Yes. Yes, that information is great. I wanted to see if you had time for the we still have a few minutes, brother, for the part where you were saying that King David had literally stopped the moon. I want people to see that about the three things with the sun. I don't know if you have time. I know you want to take a break. We don't have to do it right this minute, but if you want to take a break and we can get back to that, or you want to make that
Yes.
time.
Okay.
If you want to schedule for the a second part and we can go over it then, whatever's good for you.
Yeah, so yeah, on that one is a spiritual one too. And yeah,
Oh,
that was something we can spend some time on. I don't want to, because we talking about Moses, but they was calling him different names.
right.
And he was doing some stuff, boy. And but the thing I try to get everybody to see, I try to give them everyone proof that he once lived. And it shows that he was over here, walking through America. Whether it was good or bad, he was here and he lived.
Right.
So my thing is, if we on holy land, our behavior must change. Um, and we're on our divine journey, really. So it's a lot at stake, and why give up America going over to Africa, and you're gonna have to deal with so much negativity over there, and you can just deal with what you got going on over here.
That's right. That's right. And everything that we have, this is the thing, they're so misconstrued in their mind about what here is, and they're misconstrued about what over there is, and having things backward, having things twisted, not knowing that that's part of all the manipulation and trying to take people out of the original place. So it's really it's good to have this information to prove the fact. Someone in my chat on YouTube was saying that what is the Bible, something about the Bible, and what does it have to do with the Bible or something. I'm like, it's because it proves to the fact that the Bible, something I talk about a lot, that basically they use our information and they have taken it and they've constructed stories and used our information against us to
Correct.
have us under these spells and control. This is what people don't understand. This, and they were like, oh, forget the Bible, forget the Bible. No, it's not forget the Bible, because this is our information. Y'all just got to understand. Then they'll say, oh, you're not supposed to lean on your own understanding. No, you're supposed to lean on your understanding and know what your spirit tells you to lead you to information. Just like anyone that hears the information you went over today, it was meant for them to be on this, either on the StreamYard that you're visiting me on, or on my platform with the radio. Who's to say what area 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 people are going to hear this information from you, and now they're like, "Oh my gosh, I've been following under this religion, and now I have something that proves that this is." You know what I'm saying? People don't understand how important this information is, because it is very valid and showing the truth that we went through, and the truth of how powerful and strengthful we are, and how we've been broken down over the time and diminished because they don't want us to get back to that velocity. But it's already inside of us, and it's up to us to recognize that. Coming to the inner light of understanding of self, and expose this, and coming to the power of yourself, basically. So
Hmm.
I think it's just phenomenal, brother. I really, really appreciate you.
Okay, so I got a part two, and this is going to require everybody to participate. So before we get started, I want everyone to open up a Google browser.
Okay.
We're going to do a Google search. Okay, so I give everyone a chance to do what they need. We're going to go to the Wall of Jericho, and you type in the Wall of Jericho. That's for everybody. Okay, and click on images. And do you see the red dirt? You see the mountains? All of that.
It's so, and it looked just like Tennessee.
Okay, you got the right thing. So go ahead and share my screen too while you're at it, so I
Okay.
can catch up with you guys.
All right, brother. Let's see. I don't see it yet.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
Right. Great. Thank you. I'm going to mute, brother.
All right. All right. All right. Now y'all probably got these images here. These are the new Jerusalem, new walls of Jericho. Okay. Those and I want y'all to really look at how it looks. It looks like it's newly built or maybe reconstructed or whatnot.
Yep. Like
It
they
doesn't
changed
look
the flow.
ancient. Now I want you to put Utah. Put Utah with it. You get a much different picture. Now you can really see ancient ruins. Okay. And all of these photos that I'm showing on this top row, all of this is the same area. Like this picture here, yeah, that's one. It's all in the same location. You can, it's a lot of ground to cover. But if you have like a dirt bike or a four wheeler, you walk. We all can go around and see these areas. Some of these structures were giant trees. Okay, as you can see, you have Twin Peaks. Okay. Okay. I just want y'all to see what some of the things in this area. The next thing we're going to do is type in Mount Moab, Utah. And I want y'all to see these structures because man could not make them. Okay.
Right, James, can we hold that for just one moment? I do need to close out real quick, brother. And
Oh,
then
you got to close
yeah,
out. Okay.
no, not on StreamYard, just on the show. So if you can give us just one moment, sir, and we'll continue on and I'd appreciate it. Thanks, James.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sister Souls Talk About It segment on the main radio. Make sure you are tuned in Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time and each and every Sunday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We plan on having some very informative guests talking about a lot of history, the indigenous information, a lot of things that I've come and been privy to since I've been on the YouTube platform the last few months. As I told you guys, it's been a lot of information. I've run into so many intelligent people, so many different things that have been going on. Despite some negative things you may have heard in the other news, there are a lot of great things going on, and I'm going to make sure we're bringing that to the platform. We're going to close this out, guys, with a song, The Young Man. Indigenous warrior, Mr. Trey Ali. It's a song called Turtle Island. And thanks so much for tuning in to the main radio. Sister Soul, we're out. Have a good one, guys.
Oh, it was funny. I heard that.
We gonna die every day. They said Jesus gonna save us. Well, I know we die if we wait. I know we die if we can't. They tell us we black, but we ain't. Aboriginal, native, yeah, we gonna die every day. Cause we don't know where we came. We been here, live here, open borders, got deported, call for rights. Hit down, bitch down, black down, covered up, wash, drugged up, slugged up, beat bread, left for dead, fuck your life. It's gonna plan, kill your man, take your land, slave your kids, break your wife. Why y'all look so mad if all this shit I say is true? Why y'all look so mad if all this shit happened to you? White man quick to tell you, use the slave nothing before. He himself only been since 1840. Yo, recording. I'm an ancient Egyptian from Atlantis, expected candidates Israel. Got the fake about me, no cappy rapper. Y'all can spend the ink and I'm digital. No caveman, I'm original. Kentucky fried. Ancient Christian. We're a lot of gold because my family history. I'm the God of know who bring death to history.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. You have a great one. And make sure you guys are tuning in. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for Sister Souls Talk About a segment. We want to thank our guest, Mr. James ROSELL. He came through with some great pertinent information. He's going to come back with a part 2 soon. Make sure you tune in. All right, guys. We're out. Have a great one. And make sure you're doing something wonderful, awesome. Give a smile, show some love, give a bottle of water to a person on the street, whatever you can do to help somebody. Y'all already know what I'm going to do. I'm doing it, so y'all do it. All right, we out.
Stand for something, you tried coward. They found our churches, said our kids on fire. Police keep embracing because
Bro, thanks so much, James. It was an awesome build, bro. We can keep going with what you were saying now. You know, we still on StreamYard now. I just had to close that out, bro. I appreciate your patience with me. Thank you. James, you there? Or are you taking a break still?
I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes, go ahead, brother. You can continue on. Let me let my grandbabies out the room. Lord, I got my grandbabies over. I got them trapped in the room. My daughter in here, like, Lord, how long you gonna be my uncle? Okay, guys. I'm done, man. It's done. I know y'all glad. Oh,
Okay.
you don't need to cry, you little fat booty. Okay, go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry, James.
Okay. So I showed you all the wall of Jericho in that area. You can see how it was developed. We also just looked at Mount Moab. Okay. The reason I'm showing you all, because it has a reason I'm showing you this. What was the other landmark? Mount Nebo, Utah. You see these mountains? Y'all see it. Now, Mount Nebo have plains that runs all the way to Moab. Okay. This is the only place in the world on the planet where Moab and Mount Nebo can meet. Or you have these two mountains in the same place. If you go over to Africa, you cannot find the wall of Jericho with Mount Moab and Mount Nebo. And I left out another mountain. I want to put all the landmarks in there. Okay. And we're going to go to images. There we go. And here we are. And the funny thing, let's see here. The funny thing, you come up here to Pisco. Okay, you got the Pisco Monument. This area is all holy. And the Mormons start to pop up. Why does the Mormons pop up over here? Okay. Now I gave y'all these landmarks because now you all can just watch the screen. I'm gonna put in the 34. I think this is the one. Okay, we can use this one. As you can see, this is the death of Moses. It says he went up to Mount Moab through the plains of Mount Nebo to the top of Pisgah, across from what? Jericho. I just gave you all the landmarks that the older Bible, not the King James, but the older Bibles reference. Well, this is one King James version that has it, though. This is the King James. I like a 611 Bible, 1611. But okay, we'll just roll with this one. Oh, it don't want to go away now. There it is. All right. But I gave you all the landmarks. And you can look at it. And
I'm sorry, James. When I got off the other computer and got on here, it doesn't have the information in the back chat that you put back there. Just so you know, I can't see it, so I did get the first link and put it out there, but
oh, well, this right here don't, you don't need a link to
oh,
this.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come out of here. Okay. Now I want to show you this area. I want to show you the United States map. Okay. Oh, we can take this right here. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Now, normally when you look at the map, you see all the states. You see these states made cricket lines. You know, you can't get a straight line. Everything is all cricket. You see that? All the states got their own unique shape and size until you get over here. You got this plus sign right here. It's the only place where that happens. What's right there? Let me show you what's right there. They call it Four Corners. This is in the same area of Mount Moab, Mount Nebo, all of that. And let me show you what you'll see a picture of. It's this right here. This is a sky view of that point, and it gives you, it did something funny.
Exactly, sis. Four corners.
Yep, the Four Corners. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit, but it gives you a sky view of what's there, and you see the Holy Cross with the sun. Okay, then you know that is the biblical grounds. Yeah. I'm sorry. Is that coming from me?
No,
Oh, okay.
sorry, brother.
Oh, no, it's okay. But I showing just the Four Corners. You see the Holy Cross. And when you research this area, you start learning about Queen Khalifa. That's over in California. California is just to the left of this. You start reading about Kalalus, El Dorado, the city of gold. And then you'll learn about the other 7 cities of gold as well. Okay. So they came over here to take all the gold and all the precious metals. And you all can, you can go to this site yourself and see it in more detail. You can research this area with the Navajo Indians, the Apache, and it's a lot of Indians over here. But you can start researching the history in this area, and it'll start going biblical. Everything turns biblical, but it's actually just reality. It's our reality. Okay. And then I put up a picture of the person when they came over here. Okay. And this is who they was chasing for 500 years, from 1145 to 1645. They was after King David. This man right here. He has many names. Okay. One of his names is Prester John. Okay. They call him the Grand Niggas.
Grand Niggas.
The Grand Niggas, the King of Kings. And I did a video just the other day showing where Ethiopia was at during the time of discovery. And it was in America, on the south side of America. South, what is that? Brazil. It shows that Ethiopia was in Brazil. That's South America. It's still America. It's not in Africa during this time. So all the names, everything they have taken from us and putting it in other areas. So we can't find home, but we won't leave home. We're staying home. Nobody going to Africa.
This our stuff.
This is your stuff. You ain't finna give this up. Look at your boy. He draped out. They said your boy got on pearls. Say he got on a crown and pearl necklace. Your boy balling. You know what I'm saying? Follow my drip, baby. I'm dripping.
Talk about it, James.
You know what I'm saying? My boy is plush right here.
Some pearls like that. Come on now.
Come on.
I'm just saying. It's just a way to do stuff when it's natural. I'm just saying. And
You
that's
see
just
what I'm
sad.
saying? You see what I'm saying? I don't got to give y'all no hocus pocus. And you, oh, I'm sorry. This information is brought to you by the British Museum.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We
He said,
can't
"Who is
make
that
this.
brother?" I know you said it, James, but say it again.
What's that?
He said, "Who is the brother you just showing the king?"
Oh, that is Prester John,
And we heard that name many times.
aka Moses,
Mm-hmm.
aka King David, aka Tanu,
Who knew this was all the
aka
same person?
Quetzalcoatl.
Who knew that?
He got
Mm.
many names. He
And
was
they
one of
call me
the
by many names. Mm.
and he was one of the longest living beings on the planet.
Mm.
So I just want to give y'all this is where they say. And where they got that cross at, that's not far from Moses' death.
Yes,
See what I'm saying? So
that's right.
I have
They
to give
see
it
them
to you a
queens.
certain way so you can see it. And you know, for the ones that don't believe it, you know, I left it up. The Egypt found in Georgia,
Oh,
North
I'm
Georgia.
sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you, James. Some people that came in that wasn't in when we started. This is Mr. James Rosell. He does have a channel, and he teach whenever he go on there. He's always giving information or talking about facts. James, would you drop it in the back chat your channel so that I can put it on there? If you're not
Okay.
able to, I'll go do it while you're talking.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
I'll do
One
it. Go
second, I got
ahead.
you.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
It's they can find me as James Rosell or NEG
Talk about it. Yes, bro. He been spitting the word. They don't be giving him much light.
There you
You
go.
know how it is when we putting that word out and it's shining real bright. So, people don't put too much light on it. But the brother be putting out that info. Think he don't. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely guys subscribe to Mr. Roselle. He is always he's just always putting his information out there, guys. Seriously, like so.
And everybody can research this stuff. These are places you can go and see with your own eyes. And everything is not in Georgia, it's all over the country. Whatever state you in, I can find important areas in your state, and you can go visit those areas yourself. And you can give us the feedback of what you find. You see what I'm saying? These people was intrigued of all the stuff that they found here. Okay. And then they want to hide everything. All right. Okay, I was going over here. Now, what I'm showing you is it's called the digital archaeological record. Okay. This is
Archaeological, yes, bro.
this is where the University of Georgia put all of their discoveries and finds, records, and all of that, so you all can search through here. What I have is them excavating the Little Egypt site. They always want to put the little word in front of it, but you can see they've been digging it up since the 50s. Okay, excavation in 1953, all the way through the 60s. In 1962, they was pulling the gold out. In 1962, that was during the time of our civil rights movement, isn't that? Wasn't we fighting for civil rights in the 60s? So while we was doing that, they went off in the woods and was taking everything out of Georgia while we running up in Alabama for Martin Luther King and stuff. Okay. And they digging everything up. And then you see they got all this work, right? They started in 1953. They going all the way to 1980 right here. And then you're gonna flood it. You're gonna put it underwater. After you did all these years of research, you're gonna put it underwater. So you know they hiding stuff. As you can see, they call the area 9 Mu 102. I did a video on the land of Mu. Okay, it's America. Okay, you can go to 9 Mu 100. You can go to 9 Mu 103. Here go another site. All of these Egyptian sites, it can't be so little if you finding everything. All right, and look, everything in Murray County. Everything in Murray County.
That's right, bro. Get it.
We'll come over here, and then we'll, go over here. I'll type in 9 move 102. We'll get into it. Wikipedia. Now, right here, they're just giving us a rough draft of what was going on. And you can see his name, Hernando de Soto. His expedition had its capital at the Little Egypt site. So he was taking stuff as early as 1540. You see what I'm saying? He was taking stuff back then. It goes out 400 miles through the Appalachian Mountains, all the way through Tennessee. Said it had about 50,000 people. Probably was a lot more, I'm quite sure. Okay. And that's some of his expedition there. And if you want to see the full documentation, you can go right here to the university and get the documentation. Right here, as you can see, it will download the PDF to your computer, and you can actually see the research. Get the professor, Dr. David Halley. You get all of his works right here. The University of Georgia. Okay. Okay. It's all Mississippian culture. All the way over here in Georgia, it's still Mississippi. The same people. Tecumseh. As you can see, let me zoom in on it. They said this man, the excavator of Little Egypt, devoted countless hours to the project. His memories and analysis and the collections rival any written record. So why would you sink it? Why would you build 23 dams and put it underwater? It took 23 dams to put this area underwater. That's a lot of work, you guys. Think of the work to build one dam. That's a lot of work, but you can get all the stuff that they wrote, what they did right here, and you can read it yourself right there. I'm giving you the documentation. No hocus pocus. There it is. All right. So you're walking on sacred grounds. Literally. This was the old world all the way. And here you can see I was, at the Franklin College. It's still part of University of Georgia. And you can see I go through all of their laboratory research. I get the digging. I get the digging. Find what they found. Y'all know how it goes. All right. And then, you can come here and put in ancient words and like anion. So we go to this picture. Let me go back to our homie right here. What's up, pimpin'? You looking good, homie. Got a little Rick Ross in you. And this is Abyssinia. It's in right now. It's in a different language. There we go. And this area right here, this is showing us anion. And if we go back to what I was just at, let me find it. You type in anion right here. The first thing that pops up is the first explorer of the upper Mississippi River. He ran right into anion. See what I'm saying? And you can get the written document right there from the Library of Congress. Enjoy. You all should spend time at this place. They got a lot of information we can dig up out of here as well. Okay? But anyway, let's come on back. But you see that guy's there. And let me see. I think I saw the map. in my in the list of pictures. Yeah, here go one of them right here. Oh, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Okay, so boom. So remember what I was talking about. As you can see in this map here, the waterways are different in America. Okay, things are a little bit different. As you can see, California is an island. Okay. Now the foreign travelers would have came up through here. They would have rode the river here and came into the seven cities, the seven kingdoms, the seven holy kingdoms. And they built these kingdoms after Tanub or Moses or King David split the sea and they came across the water, whatever. And they built the place called Kalalus. All of this is Kalalus. And what you see right there, you still see that plus. You still got the plus sign, man. I'm telling you. So they're giving you all the clues. They know what they done. Everything is well thought out and everything. But at the end of the day, it's to remove us off of our land, to get rid of us, because we got it all and they didn't have anything. Okay. I got another map to show you. Okay. Oh, before we get into that one, go into this one. And this is for the ones that say, you know, Ethiopia wasn't in America. Here it is, the Mardi Ethiopia Vogue, Oceanus Ethiopicus in Americas. Okay. And you can see this is South America and Brazil, Brasilia. Okay. Ethiopia, again in America. And if you go down to South America, what you see down there, niggas? Well, anyway, we'll keep it moving. Okay. All right. This is another good map. Now, this map is showing us some old Indian names and some current Indian names. Okay. Like you got the Catawba tribe here to the right over here. That is the recent name. They have a more holy name, almost like Yahshua. This tribe here. Of course, you see the Cherokee, and you know that's a group of tribes coming together to form Cherokee because of what was going on. But you got the Creeks, the Lower Creeks, Upper Creeks, and shit has some Seminole down here. Get out that way, but they could be an older name for the Seminoles. Okay, we just going around America checking it out. Illinois, you see the what's that up there? Y'all give me a second, let me grab it. The Kickapoo. You got Kickapoo up here in Illinois. You see Miami is up here in Illinois. Don't know how it made it down to Florida, but okay. Potawatomi. Okay. See here. All right. So this is a good little map to have as well, you know. Just moving around, just looking at all the different names, you know, because a lot of these names I haven't seen before, you know. A lot of these names. Look at that, Shoshone.
Bro, I'm figuring out this music because these babies, I don't want to be a lot of noise while you're talking, just so you know. Don't think I'm ignoring you or just being absent.
Oh, no, you okay. You okay.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to stop the build. I'm just like, oh, brother. Okay. I'm good, though, as long as you're straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you can see everything here, and you know America still goes north, even though they try to stop America right, you know, right at the top when you get to Canada. But no, Canada is also America. You know, America goes a stream north and a stream south. Okay, it's the only landmass that does that. Oh, I'm live. I'll see you in a second. Thank you. All right.
That's what I was trying to ask you earlier, brother. When you were saying something about I think you said Grenada or something like that. I'm like, was that Canada it was talking about?
Oh no, Grenada would have been somewhere over there, not in America.
Okay, okay,
Somewhere
okay.
over there with the Arabs.
I thought I heard somebody
Cordova.
mention it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, no. I said I thought I heard somebody mention that. So okay, I just want to verify that with you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so in the first book that I pulled out, you can read about Grenada and the Arabs had rulership over them. They were I ain't gonna say servers, but they was, whatever the Arabs told them, that's what they did. So, but they was over there in Cordova, and you also learn about King Ferdinand, Queen Isabella, and some others, and all of that. But as you can see, they have America right here, and as you can see that word anion, and if you put that into the Library of Congress, of course you'll find out the exploration to the upper Mississippi, and he would have ran into this, okay? And coming on over, you got your California. It's made a little different, so I'm quite sure it's not to scale, but you can see where America goes all the way to the bottom, and it reaches what is that Antarctica at the bottom. Okay, and then also on this map, I left something out on this Ethiopia map. It called it Terra Australis Incognito. We was hidden, but they still called us Australians. Isn't that interesting? To say Australians. But anyway, I just wanted to show that in the map. All right. Let's minimize that. Oh, let me see if I have one of my little books right here. Okay, never mind. Let's try this one. Okay. Oh, I want to put it on single page. There we go. Maybe it'll go a little better that way. Okay. Not sure of the title of this one, but we'll see it. Here we go. Okay, this is not the book I want though, so we'll leave that one. All right. I thought I might have had the book nearby. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. So you can get an idea of how the water system is for Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, and every little line you see here, I'm not sure how good that shows. Those are dams to flood those areas. Okay. And you can see they have a lot of dams in these areas. Okay. Now, as you make your way across, as you can see, we was pretty high up. As you make yourself into Georgia, this picture would change to your new location. It would show it from that point of view. So if we was down in Georgia, we would see the dams coming down into Georgia. But you see they got this wording here, blocking the view, so we can't see the rest. But these dams, this water would cross over the Egyptian site in Murray County, Georgia, and everything. So I just wanted to show that there. And this, me and my family, we was out here getting our, just riding around, checking stuff out. We wasn't exploring or anything. But you can see like this area right here, we was at Nickajack Mountain. As you can see, it's some type of structure. This area is now blocked off. It's some type of discovery here, so we can no longer go there. Okay. Let me see. And I wonder, do I still have that clue of what could have been there? I think I do have the clue in this set of pictures. Let me look again. Give me 1 second. Let me just. I got the picture. Booyaka. Boom. So while we was there, this is what we saw. Oh man, it won't. There we go. As you can see, it's whatever it was. The top part of the head is finished. It's been removed, or it's probably over there somewhere. But you can see the hair. You can see the face, the eyes, the nose. You can see all the facial features. And over here, it's a house in the woods, like right here. And it's no street to get to the house. You can only get to it by like ATV, some kind of four-wheeler or something like that, to get to this. And it's a mansion in the middle of the woods. And we couldn't go over here either. But it's something going on at Nickajack Mountain too. So, and I think I had a far away picture of it. Right here. There we go. So, and this is, you can see the whole hill has that structure, and you can see we standing on top of this hard stone, and we're in a different location. So you have to drive your car around, but you can see, but all of this is blocked off now, so no telling what they're digging up out of there. Okay. Here go another good picture here. Boom. This is a good one. This is the picture from Yale. Okay. And as you can see, La Florida has been here for a long time. But you can see they called America India Superior. There is Calteo right there. That is Kalalus. Okay. So these cities actually existed over here. I'm telling you, this land is very, very, very old. There go Tangut up here at the top. All of this is Canada. Okay. But all is America. All this land is connected all the way down to Brazil and so on. Okay. And let's see here. That's a good map to show right there. That was a good little piece right there. Let me see what else I got in here. Okay, let me see. All right, okay. That's all that's in that little guy. Anything in there? I got some video in here, but I'm not sure of the video. Let's see. And we just left that spot right there. Oh, wow. What a coincidence. The video of being out there. Wow. Coming over to the cliff. I get to see my daddy move around a little bit. You know, he has passed since this, so it's all right. I know y'all can't hear the audio, but it's okay. But that steam you see right there became clouds. That's gangster. Oh, that's me talking. So, okay, okay. So those won't be the videos we want though. Anyway, that's that. Okay, that out of there. Okay, I take a quick break, I guess. All right.
Yes, James. Thank you. Thank you. Take a quick one. Hold on 1 second. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm actually en route, so give me a minute and I'll be right with you. I'm sorry. This is bad time in the day right now.
It's all good. So if anybody has some questions, y'all can put it in the chat. I'll try to answer it. Let me go over here to the comments. Let's see here. Let me go back this way. Okay. Okay. Peace and love to everyone. Truth over lies, what it do? Moon Faye, hello. Learning and building, what it do? Ricky Young, turn up, turn up. Yes, sir. Trying to find some more names. Okay. Sir Drop, what it do? What it do? Yes, sir. See what Sir Drop is in here. See, executive session. Hello. Robert Jones, just giving out shout outs. DD. All right. Ray Sean, what it do? Jay Free. All right. Look at
All right, bro.
Root.
I'm here. You said you want to take a quick break. I'm just listening in, and if you want to take a quick break, I could take over for a few minutes just so you can rest your mouth. So, Rob, thanks for coming through. Couple of people in the chat, guys. Yeah, James been going over a lot of information. Do you guys have anything that y'all interested in? Him answering for you. I mean, he's very well versed in a lot of the history stuff. So when it comes to like any of it, you can like pretty much ask him about most things, a certain area, a specific to maybe something with the Bible. He may know that. When he comes back, actually, I want you to talk a little bit, bro, about the mound, the one you and J Mine visited, and the one that you and Huey had visited. I know I saw him when you guys went. Maybe you could discuss a little bit about the stuff there, especially the one when you and J Mine went. That thing was humongous. So
Okay.
in a second, maybe we could talk about that. But anybody have any questions on anything, any particular idea of anything that he's been talking about that you may have come across as a question that, posed to you or whatever, y'all could definitely hit the chat with that. Anybody want to come up and join, actually, y'all could do that too. Let me put the link out there again. I think I put it out there early, but put the link out there. You guys want to join now, you can. It is an open floor right now because it was just an interview with Mr. Rosell with all this great information earlier. So now he's still sharing a little bit of his time. I appreciate it. And he's willing to answer, any questions, whatever you guys have. So if y'all want to do that, we can do that.
Yeah, me and J Mine had a good time. We had a good time out there. I actually got the video playing if you want to.
Share the
I can
screen.
share the screen again. Give me a
Oh,
second.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a nice video, bro.
Let me see. Okay. And I think we got it. Yep. So this is us. We were looking at the signs and stuff. Let me just fast forward a little bit. I just want to get to the mound part. There we go. So we're just getting the aerial view and everything, and we're gonna walk out to the mounds. And again, this was just down Thornton Road, and we drove through Powder Springs and Dallas, Georgia, and this it just pops up out of the blue, and then it's a battlefield right down the street from here. Right down the street is a battlefield. So by every mound, there's battlefields. So when we went to the Okomogi mounds, the battlefields was out there too, but they got it blocked off. You can't tour the battlegrounds. I don't know why, but maybe I guess it's probably dead soldiers and all that out there. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, this is us at the mounds. Try to get a little closer to it. Fast forward some of it. There we go, and I'm gonna make it larger, you guys. I'm sorry about that. Now this mound, it wasn't as large as the one at the one down by Macon, but you can see how the people really lived, and they're right by the major water, and you can see it's enough. The water is heavy enough where you could have set a boat in it, or a small canoe or something, and you know it'll take you downstream. So you can see how people could have traveled from Georgia to Florida by river. And depending on which way the water is going, some water flow north, some water flow south. And let me get to the top of the mound. Here's a good little ways up. See here. And that's J-Mine and his family, and Jasmine and our daughter. Okay. Well, my stepdaughter, but I still call her my daughter. And in the distance, they have a nuclear plant by a historical site. You see the disrespect? I mean, the disrespect is real, man. So, of course, they're going to pollute this land and everything. But, you know us, we went all back into the woods and everything. And we can get some of it.
So you knew if somebody was coming, you can see how someone can alert you. And this was much, much higher, or the ground was much lower at that time.
So I can tell in the video, you can't really see the peaks, but you can see if someone would have set a fire and you standing on top of that, you would see the fire from the other peak to warn if an intruder is coming. You see, there's another mountain in the distance there. But of course, I'm doing something else. Looking over the cliff.
It's not okay. Now you're gonna fall, homie. You're gonna be all right, but you're gonna feel some pain.
I'm not good with heights, y'all.
So we was having some fun out there, you guys.
They had fences out here, though. You jump over that fence, or you going straight over?
No, I ain't with it.
And then they grow crops right there. They're growing crops right there.
The mountain there. That one there.
Yeah, you see the mountains there.
See the mountain there. And we're at the Etowah Mounds.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the best way here is to go past Six Flags and get off on Thornton Road and go through Powder Springs. And what street that was we had to turn on?
Old Alabama?
Yeah, Old Alabama Road.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Old Alabama Road. That's it. There we go. Right there. So that's just one of the videos there of us going places. And then I guess I think I might have another video. Let's see. Where we was actually, at Lookout Mountain. Oh, you know what? That's on my Facebook account. And yeah, it's sideways. So that's not a good one too, but it's okay. Let me see if I can go to that Facebook. I think I showed you this one, Sister Soul. Though. I think I showed you this video, right? Let's see here, videos. Let's see here. Hey, when those coffins that they found in South Georgia, now we see the reason why they had so many, right? The COVID. Put all the bodies in. Okay. Which video is it, James? Okay, that's Rock City. That's at the Cherokee grounds. Is it this one? Okay.
Okay, fam, this is what I want to show y'all. Yeah, come on, you come on with me.
Y'all coming with you.
Yeah, fam. That's what I want to show y'all.
Now, if you read the book, the Atlantis book, the Antediluvian World, you'll get this information here.
A lot of it's gone now. Still see like the eye, the face.
So it's a face facing off the cliff to the left.
What's his name? Antoine.
Yeah, she got allergies.
And he said this Solomon's temple. What's the size of Solomon's temple from the writings that he had?
So I wanted to hit pause for a hot second, but you can see the structure. It's a large temple.
Got a layer,
and you can see the layer of stone as my mouse go across it, and you can see another layer of stone going across, and it fits that type of masonry when we see that strange masonry.
That pattern, repeating it all the way over.
Yeah, brother, I know in Tennessee, it looks like I said, look just like that. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Everywhere, those big, large, huge bricks. I mean, it's just crazy.
Okay, so y'all can see the straight lines. You can see how it's made, and it goes, it goes all the way around through the crack too. So all the way down, and if I can pause it, you can see the face, and there's some other things above the face. So not everything been removed, but you can see the lips, the nose, and everything. She zooms in on it. And it's big. This is a large site. This is not a small site. You can see how small I am compared to the rocks. So wow. So again, I just don't, just read the books and just share the information. I like to go and go look and see if it's actually there. I want to experience the same thing too. Let's see. This is me hanging off the cliff, trying to get a scared chicken, bro. So close to the edge, I had to get low. So, but that's Rock City in Tennessee, and it was a kingdom that held many people. Of course, they're going to say it was made by nature, but you can see a lot of carving and everything in the picture. I don't know why they want to put that on the screen, but okay. All right, hit the X on that. All right. Let's see what else. Trying to see. Let's see. That's the holy grounds right here. So you may not seen this one. So let me just fast forward.
Doorway.
Let me just make. So this is where we got some of the rocks, and you can see I got out the car. This is behind a Masonic church. It's a church, and they got the Masonic symbol on it. And we're behind that church, and the church is like hanging off a cliff, luxury, I guess. And but this is where we found some. Oh, go ahead.
No, I said that looked crazy. How it's sitting there hanging off that cliff.
Yeah, and you can see how big the rocks are compared to me. Oh, that's not even, I can make it larger. Let's make it larger. There we go. And it's waterfalls. You can hear the water falling when I go up under the rock. I wonder if I can. So huge rock, and it's cold up under there. And it's like.
Is that underwater? Huh? Do you not see that?
Wow.
That's a door. That's a doorway.
Yeah, I didn't go in there.
Look at the doorway, though. Wow.
The mosquitoes was bad
mountain,
too.
You guys, there's a doorway. Yeah.
And you can see the water falling and everything. And remember, we 3,000 feet above the ground.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yes, waterfalls, and we inside of this rock. As soon as we stepped up under this rock, it was probably 60 degrees, 62 degrees, somewhere in there.
Nice. The
Just
water.
brought a nice cool breeze from the heat.
Mm-hmm. So we went to this site. You can see the tree growing out the rock right here. So, I'm gonna climb my little self up there. So we always been traveling. I try to find a video when we went to the Cherokee City, and y'all can see all the forts around Georgia that was used to remove the people from their homes, and they called it the Indian Removal Act, and put them on the Trail of Tears. And the ones that stayed behind had to endure all the drama.
You gotta bring your children. Come
Oh
on.
my God.
So we were hanging off the cliff, y'all.
That's what it is. Simple off the cliff. And hung them for you.
Okay, baby, don't get too close.
That's my dumb ass.
Being adventurous.
So that's us having some, just having some fun. And then I think we're gonna make it to the other side where so it's some funny looking rocks here. And those to me look like blast holes, but it could just be porous rock. And that was like a serpent head or a turtle head. We couldn't quite make it out. And she's gonna try to get us a better photo of it.
It does.
There we go.
I don't know. I can't get back far enough for y'all. Hold on. I want them to see it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like a dinosaur head.
It's so big she had to turn it sideways. And you see
We're
how
going to the upper room.
so you can see the stones get humongous.
You done left me.
And of course, I want to climb up the rock. That's about far I'm gonna go right there. So we'll go to these places. All of us can go travel and we can meet up and go to some of these places and see some things. And just have some fun. Yeah, I'm getting my children in.
Was that in Georgia, bro?
No, that's in Tennessee.
Okay, so it was in Tennessee too.
Yeah, so and you can't do it all in one day. So Lookout Mountain. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I should have muted. There's something else in the background.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lookout Mountain, you have the tourist area, then you have the exploration stuff. You might be looking for stones and all of that. And then of course they got the battlegrounds. And you can go to the Florida marker out there. But you can see why they fought for that mountain, why they fought over that land, because of all the gold and minerals, crystals and quartz that was found there. So they fought head and toe for it, and then they put it into the Civil War. So if you research all the wars in America, it'll all go back to the Tecumseh Wars. And when you get into the Tecumseh Wars, you start getting into the biblical stuff. You start reading stories that you just you can remind yourself, like, I heard this story before somewhere, and it might be something you heard from a Bible, or it could have been something for a movie. But all of a sudden, you dealing with the artifacts. You seeing the stuff yourself, you seeing all the data, and you realize it's not a story, it's factual data. Like I know I'm killing a lot of people when they see Egypt in America. They see Ethiopia in America. They looking like, what? I ain't never heard this stuff before. Everything that we know was once here. And I just don't have all my books right now with everything. But, you know, like you said, we can do another part and I can bring out a whole nother set of books.
Yes, yes.
And continue that journey on, you know. And but you'll see how important this land is to the world. We fed the world. And these people didn't know how to eat. When they came off the boats, the first thing they started doing is eating dead bodies. They went to the cemeteries and ate the dead flesh instead of just pulling an apple off the tree. Instead of go eat some grapes, oranges. They didn't know about the fruits and the vegetables that grew on this land. Instead, they wanted to eat like the animals, like the lions and the tigers. They want to go chase the prey and eat their meat raw. Okay, because that's what they, you know, that's what they come from. But anyway.
Yes, brother. Yes, I appreciate you so much. So we can definitely set this up. I'll reach out to you. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. Or I would like to do it on one of the Sunday programs. I have something for this week. Next Sunday. Would next Sunday be good?
Just hit me up. Shoot, it's all good. You
Okay,
know.
drop the number in the chat again, bro. Last time I screenshot it, I don't know what happened, but I can find it. This is like ridiculous, but I remembered the email. Thank goodness.
Yeah, so you know how they say flesh of my flesh when they do communion? That ain't for us. That's not for us. That's them. Eating flesh. You know, you remember that video I did on the Delectable Negro, and they talked about how the Royal Navy, the British Royal Navy, they would eat their captives so they could make it across sea.
Yes, that's the cannibalism stuff. That's crazy. Just giving the proof of it.
So look how they twisted the Bible and put that into the King James. Oh, that's what I wanted to say, you guys. So down here in Atlanta, we have a school called Emory University. They got on the news and said they had a copy of the Slave Bible, and it was on display. You can still go to the university and pull up the records, and you can see pictures and photos and all of that good stuff and what people wrote. While it was on display, the entire display said the Slave Bible. It was the Slave Bible, but right next to it was another Bible. Guess what Bible it was? The King James Version.
Yep.
In a monument, you know, it's on display at a university now, in their museum at the university, the Slave Bible. And they have the Slave Bible and the King James Bible right there together. Both of them are one in the same book. So that's what I'm saying. They tricking us out of everything. Don't trust these new books that they have. You have to go when they was in amazement. And then you can see how the Vatican became jealous of us. And what did he make? He pulled out a document and called it the Dumb Diverses. And they are to what he say, kill the Saracens, the natives of America. That's from the Vatican today. Pope George V is the one that wrote that. And y'all can go pull up the Dumb Diverses. That's what the Vatican wrote about us. Y'all can read it and you tell me how you feel. You also can read the Ben Franklin letter and you can tell me how you feel after you read that, and know that these people are not for us. They are here to take everything, including your organs, including you. And I end on that.
Right. All right, brother. I appreciate you so much. You just don't know. This was like awesome information. And this is like, it's be crazy because when people talk about things, it just confirms so much stuff that I talk about for me in the spirit. confirming, like, see the truth, here's my truth, confirming, that this and that, and so I just love it. So I just can't wait till we get the second part going, and I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. It's been a pleasure.
Definitely. Thanks so much for coming on. Everybody that was in the chat, participating, guys. Make sure you look out for the next segment and listen out for me Sunday.
No, the woman did not come from man. The man came from the woman. You got to be born to come into this world. So the man had to come through a womb. The woman is first. That's why she's left out of the Bible. She is the Holy Ghost. She's the closest thing to God.
Tell them, brother. They still caught up in their religion. They still ain't gonna hear it. They'll get it when we get some more of this information.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, James. Thanks so much. Have a good one, and I appreciate you once again. Peace, and we out, brothers and sisters. Peace and love.